The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense's main intelligence directorate has released footage showing the activity of ground drones. According to the footage shared on the department's Telegram channel, the drones are loaded with shells and sent to the positions of the occupying Russian army. Upon reaching the target, the drones explode, resulting in the destruction of the occupying forces. In addition to carrying shells, the ground drones, equipped with grenade launchers, also target the buildings where the invaders are located. As a result of the operations of the main intelligence directorate's ground drones, hundreds of occupying Russian soldiers have been destroyed, and numerous positions have been blown up and destroyed in the directions of Toretsk and Pokrovsk cities in eastern Donetsk region.
Ukrainian aerial reconnaissance units destroyed 11 shelters of Russian troops in the Kharkiv region. The defenders used the domestic Baba Yaga drone, according to the Telegram channel of the Kharkiv Operational Tactical Group. On the 7 Slobozansky direction, aerial reconnaissance units of the 4th Bordered Detachment of the State Border Guard Service, as part of the Ukrainian Defense Forces, are destroying the enemy from the sky. The post under the video states, according to the defenders, during a night raid, they successfully struck 11 enemy shelters. The strike drone Vampire, also known as Baba Yaga, is a Ukrainian heavy-class hexacopter unmanned aerial vehicle. Its development began in the summer of 2022. The drone can drop various munitions, is used for remote mining and for transporting useful cargo. Its arsenal includes special aerial bombs, mortar, anti-tank and anti-personnel mines. Vampire is equipped with 6 rotors and can lift up to 15 kilograms of cargo into the air. Furthermore, explosions were reported overnight on July the 19th in Moscow and Rostov-on-Don. As Russia claimed it came under drone attacks, reports local Telegram channels and Russian media. Moscow Mayor Andrei Sobyanin said the drones were shot down as they approached the Russian capital. Emergency crews are working at the site where debris fell, Sobyanin said. Explosions were also heard near the towns of Dmitrov and Zelenograd in the Moscow region. Residents in the town of Dmitrov reported hearing loud blasts, according to local Telegram channels. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin and Andrei Kovalenko, head of the Center for Countering Disinformation. It's loud here, but there are also serious explosions near Moscow, Kovalenko wrote. Some said something exploded in a field. Reports of explosions came from various parts of the Dmitrovsky district. In the Rostov region, authorities also reported a drone strike. According to Russian railways, train service was suspended on the Likaya-Zamchalovo line due to damage to the overhead power system. Russian media reported widespread transport disruptions. Intercity trains were delayed by several hours. A group of Russian saboteurs attempted to enter Pokrovsk in Donetsk Region 18, but Ukrainian soldiers eliminated the enemy, reported Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Oleksandr Syrsky. The general said he had briefed the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, on the operational situation at the front. The focus was primarily on the Pokrovsk and Novopavlivka directions, where Ukrainian defenders are courageously holding back the enemy. The enemy continues to use small infantry group tactics, but they are powerless in their attempts to capture Pokrovsk. An enemy sabotage and reconnaissance group attempted to break into the city, but was detected and destroyed by Ukrainian defenders. Our Pokrovsk continues to hold the line with resilience, Syrsky emphasized. He also noted that, together with Defense Minister Denis Shmyhal, they had reported on requests from Ukrainian troops for additional weapons, particularly those capable of carrying out long-range strikes on enemy territory. In the Pokrovsk direction, Russian forces have recently been increasingly using small infantry groups and motorized vehicles, while using armored vehicles much less frequently, stated Captain Artem Sholutko, an officer with the Spartan Brigade. According to him, the Russians are constantly changing their combat tactics in an attempt to adapt to battlefield conditions and avoid losses from Ukrainian defenses. Currently, the enemy more often uses small infantry units in combination with motorized and regular vehicles. The Russians have been changing their tactics for several days now. They're using more of a mixed approach, either on foot, motorbikes, or with regular vehicles. Cases where they use armored vehicles have become much rarer, even statistically, he said. The Russian forces have placed special focus on using motorized vehicles, such as motorcycles and quad bikes, to move assault groups quickly. However, this tactic has its downsides. Due to the exposed and vulnerable nature of these vehicles, Russian manpower losses remain high. According to Sholutko, reconnaissance under the responsibility of the Spartan Brigade is operating effectively. Enemy infantry groups are being detected during their concentration or movement phases. This allows Ukrainian defenders not to wait for them to approach their positions, but to determine the method of destruction in advance. We track enemy infantry almost from the same spot where they had previously gathered. In other words, we use long-range reconnaissance to monitor them. We try to avoid situations where our own infantry is the first to report enemy presence in front of our positions, because it's a surprise and we no longer work that way. The enemy is identified in advance, and then a decision is made on how exactly to eliminate them and what their fate will be. The officer explained.